Just start at the top of her head, moving down to her feet, sending her love and light. Is it in Nicole's best interest to understand the origins of this fear? Or is it better to simply heal it and release it?
Release it.
Is this a shadow trauma from another lifetime that's been hanging on with her?
Yes.
Let's go find it so we can heal it at the source. And since we're in direct communication with you, Nicole's highest self, we can easily just follow it, find that lifetime, and go through that door. And just let me know when we're there.
There's trees.
Look down at your shoes and your clothing. Tell me what you notice.
Long loose socks.
You seem to be dressed as a male or female.
Female.
How old are you?
8.
What's your name?
Sarah.
And where do you live?
Norway.
And what happened in Sarah's lifetime in Norway that brought about this fear that has been following her around since this lifetime?
Lost and alone. It's so cold and windy.
Where are your parents? Did you get separated from them?
Don't know.
What year is it?
$1865.
Let's move to the very end of this life so that you're lifting up out of Sarah's little body. Move out, move out. It's okay. You're not cold anymore. There's a certain point with coldness where you actually get warm right before you leave the body. Everything gets very peaceful. Just move out and look down and tell me what you see.
Exhaustion. She's collapsed and alone. No one can find her.
Speaking with Nicole's highest consciousness. Did Sarah choose to leave her body at this time, to leave this lifetime?
There's nothing left to give.
Let's have Sarah's consciousness move on up into the life between lives place, into the place where she's able to see the entirety of that little life and the death from the perspective of always being alive, even when she doesn't have a body. Are you able to see her now from that perspective, her whole little life? I just would like to ask a few questions. What was the greatest lesson for Sarah in that lifetime? What did she set out to learn in that lifetime? Or what was her purpose? What did she choose before being born?
Love
Hmm.
her little brother.
From this perspective, are you able to see who that little brother is now in this lifetime? Is he here on the planet now?
I just keep getting James, and my brother is James.
It could very well be the same. And so before Sarah was born, she chose to learn lessons of love. Does she feel like she accomplished that in her very short lifetime?
At the start,
What was it that caused her to be alone, separated from her family, exhausted and cold?
it's time to go. I think there was a betrayal or unfairness.
And did Nicole happen to accidentally carry that with her into this lifetime, the fear of that happening again?
Yeah,
Can you help her to clear that now? She doesn't need that in this lifetime, does she? Let's leave the past lifetime in the past. But let her bring the wisdom into this lifetime. There's no reason to carry those shadows of trauma and pain with her any longer, is there? I have a feeling that there's a lot of things that came with her from that lifetime. So I would like to ask you some very direct questions, speaking to Nicole's highest self. First of all, what can I call you? What is your name?
Lucian.
And Lucian, can you please tell me all of these various physical issues that Nicole has been suffering with throughout this lifetime? Do any of them, some of them, all of them come from this other lifetime as Sarah?
So
Can we go ahead and let them stay with that lifetime and just bring forth the love and the wisdom into this lifetime? Just cutting the cords of trauma. She has this whole new lifetime to explore. And isn't the whole purpose of wiping the slate clean at the beginning so that she has a chance to explore them freely without old lifetime information coming in? Can you tell me where her fear of traveling is coming from? What's that about?
Sarah.
Okay, I thought that that might be from that one. Fear of getting lost.
People dying. Please.
Does Nicole still need to have that fear in this lifetime? She's a full-grown woman. She's not an 8-year-old child. Does she still need to carry that fear? Can you go ahead and let her release that, please? And let me know when that's done, when it's released. You can just say it's done when you see it, that it's gone. Thank you, Lucian. Can you please go into Nicole's body now? And tell me if you're able to identify why she's been crying and sad and staying in bed in the mornings on weekdays. You see what's causing that?
Self-pity.
Is that something that she needs? Is that benefiting her in some way where she actually needs it?
Yeah.
Can you please help her to release that too then? That might be at the subconscious level, but as you know, the subconscious will listen to you. It will listen to you even better than it listens to me. And just untangle that self-pity for her, please, and let me know. And if you need additional help with anything, we can call upon Nicole's angels or guides or ancestors to help. Just untangling the self-pity, releasing it. Showing her, maybe giving her a glimpse of the freedom that's at the other side of that. Is it going? Thank you. Lucian, how many lifetimes has Nicole's consciousness had?
23.
Can you see if there's other accidental shadow traumas that carried forth from those other 22 lifetimes before or during or after this one? Whenever and wherever they were, is there still shadow traumas that she has right now from them?
2.
Is it in her soul contract to carry those traumas with her in this lifetime, or can we go ahead and let them go?
Okay.
Thank you. Let me know when that's done, and I'll move on. It's such an honor to work with you. Thank you. Does this end up clearing her hip pain and her headaches if we let those shadow traumas of those other 2 lifetimes go? Could you go ahead and go right into those areas of pain and tell me if there's anything else that we need to clear or release? Does she have any entity attachments in those areas by chance?
Something on the right hip.
What is it?
Like a shadow, but not of something like a soul or something, but dark black.
What do we need to do to pull it out? Is it siphoning her energy and her power?
It's supposed to be there.
No, it's not. Do you need help to
Yeah.
remove it? Let's call in any guides, angels or archangels. Which archangel should we call in for help with this? Whoever shows up, just let me know.
Okay, and then I'm Mary.
Okay. Any other help that you require, just ask and let me know who shows up. And let's work on removing this dark energy from Nicole's right side. Is it just another lost soul, just a human? So really all it needs to do is go into the light, huh? So maybe Mary can help with that. Let's just show it the light. Is it afraid to go into the light? What's keeping it, or what kept it from going before?
It's just clutching on like a child.
Has it just been afraid to leave Nicole's side? Okay. So show it the light. What is its name?
Henry.
Henry. Henry, I would like you to notice that you have help. Mary has come to help guide you to the light. Do you see the light, Henry? Does he see it? It's okay to let go of Nicole now. You're going to go home. Do you see any of your family waiting there for you in the light? They're right there. They've missed you. Does Henry see his family waiting for him?
I think I was his family.
Ah. What about his living family? Or were you possibly his mother? Was he maybe a miscarriage or something?
I think maybe.
Okay. But you have other family members that are there ready to welcome him. Let's let them meet each other. They probably already know each other if they're in the same soul family. And if he came to you, chances are that they are. Tell him it's safe. It's okay to go. There'll be other opportunities for him to be born. Maybe not through you, but he can still be born into your family at some point. But he can't do that if he stays stuck to your side. He needs to go into the light first. What does he say? Or share?
He's reluctant.
Can Mary please just hold him, carry him there, support him, show him that there's love there? And that he'll actually be able to have a stronger connection with you from inside the light. Because while he's in this shadowy place attached to you, all he does is cause pain by accident. And he doesn't really want to cause you pain, does he? But if he can go into the light, then you can actually have a better relationship with him. Open communication that isn't painful for either of you. He can come to you in dreams as a beautiful little being of light. Is he ready to go now? Just let his guides come, hold him, and bring him into the light. Let Mary be the guide as well. Let me know when he's gone, when he's home. Lucian, does Nicole harbor any other energies, entities, souls, beings of any sort that need to be released for their highest good or hers? Just do a scan. Is that it? Okay. And can you shed some insight onto the inflammation that Nicole has been experiencing her whole life with this issue with her joints being hypermobile? What is that about? Is that part of a soul contract? What is it from?
Just getting the see.
Let's see.
Speed of it.
What does that mean?
I feel like I'm going really, really, really fast.
You're safe. You're safe in your happy, safe place, and you're safe here with me. So you can just observe what's going on. Was this from another lifetime? Or is it something else? If it's hard to see what's happening, rise up higher. Maybe you're just a little too close. And what do you know?
Two things. There's a snow-capped mountain. And now I'm high and looking down. Two children playing in the snow. A sled. Girl and a boy. And the girl is in all red.
Fast forward a little.
Girl fell, she hurt her hip. I
Which
think she's
side?
broken the right.
Ah, is that why that was an easy place for Henry to stay? Because it was already weakened from the old shadow?
Maybe.
When was this? This sledding accident.
1908.
What was it? 19 what? 1908. And it was the little girl or the little boy?
Yeah.
Was this also another lifetime of Nicole's?
Yeah.
So she's been a girl child a few times. Did she survive that accident in that lifetime? Where she hurt her hip? Did she continue to live after that?
Yeah. With a cane.
So she never fully recuperated, it sounds like.
No.
Did she live her life in pain?
Yeah.
How much of that pain is still with Nicole in this lifetime now? How much came with her as a shadow trauma?
All of it.
Well, that's not very fair to Nicole, is it? Let's let that stay behind in that other lifetime. It can stay with the body that died, that little girl, so that the consciousness that comes into the next lifetime doesn't have to bring the pain with it. Let's just leave it there. Can we do that? Did Nicole bring forth any shadow skills and talents? Or did she only accidentally bring forth shadow pain and trauma?
Piano.
Piano. Beautiful. She also seems quite adept at helping others as a therapist, hypnotist. Is that something that she brought forth? From any of her lifetimes? Or is that a new soul contract she decided to try this lifetime?
Yeah.
She's very good at it. So that'll be a fun exploration and adventure for her. And tell me, is there anything else in her physical body that needs to be addressed so that she can have the rest of this life in comfort? As you're scanning it from head to toe, is there anything else you notice that needs to be addressed?
Love in her heart.
Well, that's your specialty, isn't it? You can give her that right now. Just fill it up. All of that love. Nicole had mentioned that she has an affinity for different languages. Has she lived in several places across this planet in other lifetimes? Has she spoken many different languages?
12.
Would it benefit her for you to bring any of those language skills more to the front in this lifetime? Would that be something enjoyable for her?
Yes.
Could you please go ahead and do that for her? I mean, she'll have to put in some effort, I'm sure, on her own, but it would certainly make it more fun and accessible if she already had the foundation. Plus, it would be a nice way to reward her for having to accidentally carry around all this shadow trauma and shadow pain for so long. Let's show her the other side, that she can also carry forth positive things from other lifetimes. What percentage of consciousness is Nicole walking around with in this lifetime? Can we increase that? Would it be in her highest good to increase that?
47.
Let's go ahead and do that. Just gently. Gently increase that. Are there any colors that are good for Nicole to wear to help with her transformations and increase in energy and consciousness?
Light and bright.
And do you have any words of wisdom or advice for her?
See it through.
Is that in relationship to any specific thing? See what through?
All areas.
Can you help her with that? Can she seek help and guidance from you? Will you be available to her? What is the best way for her to communicate with you and to seek your guidance and your help?
Meditate.
For how many minutes?
7.
How often? How many times a day?
She needs it.
Is there any particular location that would be most beneficial for her to meditate for these 7 minutes?
In the bath, in bed. Doesn't have to be specific.
Are there any words or phrases or colors or emotions that would be helpful and beneficial for her to meditate upon?
Purple.
What is it?
Purple.
Purple. Okay. Was that why you showed us purple at the very beginning when she opened the door to her temple of healing?
I keep showing her purple.
Hmm.
And eyes.
Eyes?
Eyes.
Many eyes?
Just one.
Hmm. Is that Lucient? Is that what you look like, Lucient? Or is that maybe an archangel or a guide?
Lotion.
Hmm. Lucient, can you share any other information that would be helpful for Nicole? How about words of praise, encouragement, or support?
You're where you need to be. You're so close. And you need to have patience, understanding, openness. And you can't be willing to keep putting in the effort and to see it through.
Did we clear up whatever it is that might be causing her to not see things through? Or do we need to still address that? Is there some self-sabotage that we need to look at? Is that at the subconscious level?
Yeah.
Are you able to see it or talk to it?
It's a part that doesn't think she's ready, doesn't deserve it yet.
What do you think?
She's as good as the rest.
Yeah. So can you go ahead and just reprogram that part so that it no longer stands in her way or blocks her, slows her down, or presents obstacles? It's probably tired anyway. Isn't it time for it to take a break? Sabotaging somebody who has such a beautiful path of brightness must be exhausting. It's just a scared little part. What happens if we just sort of dust it off, clean it off, help it feel better?
Doesn't know what else to do.
Well, it's trying to protect her, right? So let's maybe give it another job that's in the realm of protection. It can protect her in a way that's actually helpful. Do you have any suggestions on what that might be? Maybe while she travels, it can protect her by simply giving her a better line of communication with her intuition instead of anxiety. Would that be a good job for it? Or what does it say to you? What does it want to do? If it could do anything else, as long as it's helpful. Or would it be better if I just addressed that with ego states transformation separately? Or maybe she can address it herself. You're kind of the boss, so you tell me what's best for Nicole.
It wants to go to my hip.
Oh, Lucian, can you please go ahead and heal up the missing spot where Henry used to be? Just fill it with light. Fill it with light and love so that it's not weak and open anymore. Just seal up that energetic opening that got left when Henry moved on. And tell me, this self-sabotaging part, is it actually trying to protect her, or is it just accidentally here? It keeps saying she's not ready yet, but is it doing that because it's looking out for her best interests, or is it doing that just as an accidental hitchhiker that doesn't need to be here?
He doesn't believe in her.
Well, what can we do to help it? What does it need? Does it need to go? Does it need to transform? Does it need a new job? Does it just need to be released? What does it need?
He needs to learn to drop the judgment and the criticism.
That's a big one. Can you help it to do that from your side of things? Because it will listen to you. What is its name?
Water.
Can you please talk to it? Communicate in whatever way you need to. Give it what it needs in order to no longer be harmful. Its efforts are appreciated, but no longer helpful. What is it doing?
It's not very nice.
Is it really a part of Nicole? Does it need to be there?
No, I think it can go.
Is it a protector or a parasite?
Misinformed.
Misinformed. It doesn't sound like it necessarily wants to be better educated, though. So what do you suggest we do with it? It's not a very nice part.
Put it in the back so it could watch and learn. It's like a teenager.
Oh, okay. Maybe it needs some therapy. Can you give it therapy in the background?
It needs love.
Well, that I know you have. So let's give it some love so it can evolve into its highest good, which will then be helpful for Nicole. Right? Yeah.
It's been neglected.
I'm sure it hasn't been very well appreciated or liked if it's constantly getting in the way and causing problems.
No.
So let's go ahead and give it the love that it needs so that it can stop acting out in this harmful way. It can evolve and grow. Just like watering a plant as it just starts to blossom and become healthy and give back. Is it doing better now? Is there anything Nicole can do to show it love? Because clearly ignoring it and denying it is not helping. It seems to be making it worse. So what can she do to let it know that she loves it? Does it like to dance? Maybe she could dance. That would be a way of showing it love. I don't know why that just popped into my head. I thought I'd share it with you and see what you think.
Cheerleading.
For
it to be a cheerleader.
Let's let it be a cheerleader then. Give it some pom-poms. Some pigtails. And a really bright cheerleading dress. Is it happier now? Does it want to change its name?
Samantha.
Oh, perfect. Is there anything else that we need to address in this session, or have we done enough for today?
It's one thing, but privately.
Stop recording. Strong bubble of protection, filling in her entire aura, her whole energetic body. Any places where there used to be pain and trauma stuck in there, old limiting beliefs, old sabotaging behaviors, old fears, old anxieties, any old lost souls, any unnecessary or harmful energies or entities or implants. Now that they have been removed, can you please go ahead and just fill her in completely with love and light, strengthening and fortifying her energetic body, keeping her safe. And let me know when that's done.
Okay.
Thank you. Do you still see her over there in the happy, safe place?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go ahead and allow Nicole's consciousness to start moving back down into her body, going back into the happy, safe place.